I think there's just a few more screw bits and then we should be able to get the carpet out.
My plan didn't quite go to plan.
Maybe in there, but I've stuck my phone in there around the corner. I can't see anything and I don't know. Holy fuck, that light was hot.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I just want to say a massive thank you to the support and the feedback and everything from the car reveal. It's been about 2 weeks now that I've owned the car. I never in a million years expected to get that type of response from a 25-year-old car that I don't think my dad had ever heard of, or my grandparents. Definitely have never heard of that car. I know there's a lot of questions that everyone's been asking in the comments or on Instagram. We'll go down the end in a sec where the Corrado is, and I'll run through a few things that people have been asking. Without further ado, let's go down the end and let's find out what's been happening, because I've got a few things which I found out since last time. Some information has been given to me from a couple of people who used to own the car. I'm excited to show you guys what's going on, and there's a few things that I want to find out as well. So let's go. Now before we get into the video, I think you guys will appreciate my fine gardening skills. As this is obviously the drive that the Corrado comes down, a lot of the bushes were overhanging, especially this one. You can sort of see on the ground there, the bush was literally overhanging probably out to here. So my fine skills, I've trimmed that back. It was the same for these ones as well. This whole line here was probably coming out to about here. I just wanted to share that, my extra saucy gardening skills. Here she is, just sitting comfortably waiting for the next weekend. One of the biggest questions everyone had was, what is this car going to be now? Is it going to be another Audi TT where I keep it for a few months and then sell it? No, it's not. This is a replacement for the GTI. This is a car I've wanted for a long time. While searching for it, I had to think about content for the channel, obviously. What am I going to be doing with the car? Because to be honest, I've bought a car which is in really good condition, but it's not a bad thing because it means I can put that money towards things that I actually want to do to the car rather than fixing it up. There's a few small things which need fixing, which I'll get onto. Before buying the car, I had to really think about, am I going to be putting money into the content of fixing it up? Like I said, there's Corrado's going for 2 grand. That means that the chains haven't been done, the sunroof doesn't work, spoiler doesn't work. Most of the whole car probably doesn't work. There's probably rust everywhere. I saw this one pop up. It was a gem. I had to do it. I wanted to do it. I didn't want to buy another shed that I'm going to just not drive for 2 months. There are a few plans that I have. Some are going to take a little while. This isn't going to be a rushed thing. I'm going to take my time with it. I still have the Passat as well. I know loads of you asking is what's happened to the TDI. So let me just make it clear. This is my weekend car, and sitting outside is the Passat. It's still there, and that's obviously my daily. That's the one that I use for work, the run around, everything like that. So it's still there. I haven't sold it. I'm not going to be selling it. I love that car still. For the first few months, it's not going to be a lot. So for now, I'm just going to be enjoying it as it is. It's a hell of a lot of fun to drive. I have found out some news about it from 2 of the previous owners. Let me, where should I put the camera? I kind of want the car in the background. Yeah, should I bring up a chair? 1 second. When I uploaded the 25-year history video, the seller that I bought it from saw it on his YouTube feed. He didn't know at the time that I was a YouTuber and I was gonna, show it off on my YouTube. And if you're watching this now, hello. So he messaged me, letting me know that he's seen my video, was happy that it's gone to a good owner. I'd heard my worries about the rust and the whole underside being rusted. The owner before him, I believe it was a guy called Freddie, tried to repair some of the rust, but supposedly did it really shit. Henry, who I bought it off, redone it and sent me proof that this side had been completely, stripped of all the rust and welded up new parts and then undersealed it as well, which is what you can see from the outside. So in terms of rust underneath the car, the main big ones have been fixed. I'm gonna tear up the carpet now to see what I can see from the inside. Obviously I can't see a lot from underneath because it's all been sprayed, so I'm gonna see what I can see from the inside and show you guys what I find. The lighting in here is so shit, it just feels like the car is pitch black. I can't actually see anything. Oh, fuck me. What the fuck? I did not know you could do that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. It's a rocking chair. Lean back. Right, I need a torch because I cannot see anything here.
Alright, I'm going to talk you through what I'm doing because you can't really see anything. I can't find any guides online. From a quick Google, I can't find any guides online on how to get the carpet up. So that's all that was stopping it, and now I hopefully can get this out. Yeah, there we go. The whole plate is now out. I think there's just a few more screw bits and then we should be able to get the carpet out. My plan didn't quite go to plan, as to be fair, at least it's been a proper job. This is what we find underneath. So you lift the carpet up, there's another foam pad underneath, you lift that up, and there's a metal insulator cover, foil, which has been glued on. I can't actually see from the inside what it looks like, but from what I can see from here, let's jump inside the car. I think that was done. Maybe? Or have I got the wrong side? Okay, I'm gonna put this back together, and I'm now gonna tear up the other side, but I'm not gonna film any of that because I don't want you guys to be bored. Just got done ripping up the other side as well, and it all looks very, very similar to the other side. Got the padded foam and then that stuck down to it as well. We can look no further because I don't want to rip any of that stuff up under there. Back to whatever the hell it was we were talking about an hour and a half ago. The information that I got. Remember in the video where I was talking about the 25 years and there was a lot of work done to the engine by a guy called Ross. That video popped up on his recommendations, and obviously he saw his old car and all of the documents and everything that he'd been through with it. Went onto Twitter and DM'd me on Twitter. Told me a lot about the car, a lot that he did. So back when Ross owned the car, which was in 2014, that was before any of the rust issues came about. He was the one who got the wheels. He was the one who obviously did all the work on the engine at Stealth, got the chains done, got it remapped twice. And I found out from Ross that it has got uprated cams. It did have a BMC CDA, I think that's what it's called, air filter on it. And he also upgraded the inlet manifold, which isn't on the car anymore. So the only thing which is still on the car is the cams, I believe, because obviously it's got the stock air intake, the stock manifold. I believe this is the stock manifold. He also showed me the dyno runs from it and told me what power it was pushing when everything was on it. So it was with cams, the airbox, and the inlet manifold. I think it was a, let me see what he said it was. VSR inlet manifold, a Magnex catback exhaust. I'm still not sure if that's what that is. And he also upgraded the brakes to 288mm Passat front brakes and Mark IV Golf rear calipers. And it did have a strut brace in the boot. A lot of that has been put back to standard now. From what I know, it's still running the tune. It's not got the inlet manifold, it's not got the air intake, so it's gonna be faster than 190 brake. I'm assuming it's gonna be around 200 brake, but I wanna get it dynoed, and that is the thing that I'm gonna be doing in the middle of the month when Surrey Rolling Road open back up. That's my first goal. I wanna find out what power this is pushing. I still don't know what it's pushing because half of it's been put back to standard now. Now comes the question of what I want to do to the car. The first thing that I want to do is find a new air intake filter for it, because it's a VR6 and I can't hear the growl enough of it. And I know that the filter will easily be able to make me hear that again like it did on my Golf. I love a nice intake noise. And secondly, I believe this is a Magnex, but all I know is it's too quiet for me. It's probably resonated. It's just the catback. It's got the standard cat on it. So ideally, what I want to do is get a sports cat on it, because the only reason I don't want to go decat is because I can't be asked with the hassle of trying to find an MOT for it. So I want to get a sports cat for it, a non-resonated exhaust, so it's just louder, but I don't want it stupid loud, like the fucking lawnmower at the moment is. Thanks, Mum. Once that's done, sometime further in the future, I'm going to charge it, probably. Force induction it. I'm still unsure whether I want to go turbo or supercharged. I want to get a limited slip diff with it, but I need to really look into this stuff for it. This isn't going to be for a while. This is going to be probably either late this year or early next year, hopefully. Maybe even sometime next year for the big stuff, because I still want to do stuff on the Passat as well. So let's just take a moment to talk about the Passat. Coilovers are coming for it. I need to get new wheels for it, and then I'll probably do an air filter for that as well. I'm not going to bother with an exhaust because I'm not a huge fan on diesel noises. I know there's a lot of diesel enthusiasts, out there, or diesel heads, so I'm probably gonna get hate for that. It's just not my cup of tea. I love it for how economic it is, and I love it for how comfy the car actually is in general. I wouldn't want to daily drive this, and I'm glad I don't. It's not the comfiest car in the world, but it is a hell of a lot of fun to drive. There's a few other bits which need to be done to this car as well, like if you can actually see it. The headlining's a bit fucked. I don't want to touch it because it's literally going to crumble, but that's a job for another day. You can get replacements for this that cost probably like 40-50 quid. Yeah, if anyone's got any small ideas for it, then please do let me know. So one of the things I have got around to doing is taking the rear speakers out because they were blown and they were crackling away at any sort of bass line it had. So I took these out, and these are the original ones. Pretty mullered. Don't do much good, they're just made of paper. And made by Nokia. I didn't know Nokia did car speakers, but there you go. Very surprised that they've broke because they're Nokia. Would expect them to last forever. And one last thing before you go. In the glove box is this, which at the time I had no idea what it was. But I believe it's a spare resistor setup for the fans. So do I quickly have a look behind the glove box for this, or do I not? What's the time? Is it late? Nah, go on, let's do it. Let's have a quick look. I'll see what I can find. So I removed the 2 screws there. I think there is supposed to be 2 screws at the back as well, but there isn't any. I can feel it. I can feel it coming. Alright, well I got the glove box out eventually. That was a fucking bitch to do. Apparently the heater resistor pack is supposed to be behind the glove box. I do not spot anything that looks like that behind there. I've had a look online as well on the few guides that are actually still up, but all the pictures are taken down, so I can't even reference where they're pointing to. Maybe in there, but I've stuck my phone in there around the corner. I can't see shit. I can't see anything, and I don't know. Holy fuck, that light is hot. And I don't know what that black wire is at the back either. What is all of that shit? Because I was trying to follow it down and I wasn't sure if it's even plugged in. Because I was following it down, and then eventually that comes up, and that looks like, I don't know what that is. Because it looks like that black wire just sort of goes down and behind. I don't know if that's a speaker wire or whatever. I haven't unplugged anything from there. They're still working, I don't know. I'm actually kind of getting annoyed now. The whole car, I don't understand any of it, and I fucking burnt my thumb on that light. If anyone can give me a hand on where the fuck the heater replacement is for that, that would be lovely. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because I've spent probably 2.5 hours in total messing around trying to find shit in this car with no luck. Oh man, my thumb fucking hurts. Right, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. The next video I'm going to jack the car up. I'm not doing it in this video, and I want to take you guys for a drive in it as well. Do a few GoPro angles and bits like that. So yeah, if anyone could give me a hand in knowing what I'm looking for, that would be great. And what that black wire could possibly be, I don't know. I feel like that's maybe something aftermarket. I'm gonna go run my finger under a cold tap, and yeah, follow me on Instagram. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, whatever this video was. I can't remember what the video was supposed to be about. I don't even know if I covered all the points. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.